to order, please, at 6:01 p.m.
All right. And I will
And Kate, would you? Yes, perfect.
Steve Carroll, Rhea Ortner,
Here.
Barb Hart,
Here.
Andrew Duarte,
Here.
Ron Mitchell,
Here.
Danielle Kraus,
Here.
Steve Roundtree,
Here.
Catherine Vallon, Tanya Corvalin. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Excellent. Do we have any? Oh, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the computer, which I do have open. Do we have any public comment on non-agenda items? Do we need to approve the consent agenda? I mean, it's one item.
What is we don't have anything as a consent agenda. That
Okay.
shouldn't be on there. I'm sorry if it is. It shouldn't be. There's no consent items. It's just this one action item for the public art mural.
Okay, so that's just me looking at my sheet of what I'm supposed to do at each meeting. So please, will you introduce the item, Kate? Or is it Danielle?
It's going to be Danielle this evening to talk to us about finalizing the location for our mural based on the 3 options that are in your packet. And I'm going to hand it on over to Danielle.
Great. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in tonight. I am going to share my screen and bring up, hopefully, there we go, the agenda. Can you see that okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
Great. So we have a mural site change. Tebow Properties is not signing a contract with Nederland Public Art for a mural this year. After having already juried an artist as well as a backup artist for that location, Nederland Public Art Committee needs approval from the board on a new location. The selection for the new site location is among the Co-op, Nature Zone, and Kathmandu Restaurant. All 3 locations are awaiting our decision to get the contract signed to move forward with the artist. And I have photos here. The committee decided this would be the most opportune side of the Kathmandu Plaza. Initially, we were looking at the concrete pillars, but we all feel like that mosaics would be the best for the concrete pillars. When we do not have a mosaic artist with us, we have a mural artist. And then we have Nature Zone. And we talked to Roy, the business owner. He was actually going to be working with another mural artist. And this is the west side of the building. He was also looking at the north side of the building over here, facing the roundabout. So it would be a very large mural, which would be fantastic. And then we also have the Co-op, the green building here, which would need scaffolding. It's pretty tall. And I haven't looked closely at the condition of the siding. It does look a little warped, but that's something we can look into if that is our decision on it being able to hold up with a mural on it. So Nederland Public Art Committee is hoping that we will decide on Nature Zone. We wanted to talk to the artist to get her point of view, make sure that this was something she could do, let her know that the mural site changed. She kind of jumped on it and has been talking with Roy, and we wanted to talk with him also because he had been communicating with another artist, and it worked out that he would love to work with Nederland Downtown Development Authority and get a very large mural up there. It sounds like that he's willing to put money into it to get both sides of the building. It is larger than the square footage for the Tebow Properties wall, but that's something we've been looking into. There was also talk about his idea, which we of course would be bringing to you guys for approval before it got moved forward. So we wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were on these 3 locations. Nederland Public Art has its preference, and we want to hear what you guys think. If we can go around in a circle, that would be wonderful.
Great, thanks, Danielle. And since I don't have a computer that I can see who's on it, Kate, would you just go around in the circle and call everybody that's on the meeting to make sure everyone has a chance to speak?
Sure, I'll just go by how everyone's showing up on my screen, and we'll start with Ron Mitchell.
Well, no bias, whatever, but I like my building.
Is that is that all you had to say, Ron? I didn't know if you were cutting out, if I'm cutting out. Okay,
I'm in favor
I
of
just wanted to make sure.
nature zone
Okay, great.
because Roy is in favor of it. And I am basically deferring to him. It's been my tenant for 47 years. And I will not cross him in any way, whatever. So whatever he wants to do is what I want to do.
Okay, thank you. Steve Roundtree?
Yeah, I mean, I think that space looks like a really cool spot. Probably totally straightforward for an artist to like put stuff on a block building. If it's going to be two-sided, it feels like it's potentially the most impact for a piece to go up, and it just feels like a pretty simple, straightforward thing. So I think it's a really cool location, and the building's already painted it's kind of part of some of the quirky colors in Nederland, and I think it would be a really cool thing to leverage that and have it be the space that we support. So 2 thumbs up from me for that location.
Great, thank you. Rhea?
Yeah, I'm also in favor of the nature's own building. I see that Sally is on the line with us, and maybe she can just confirm that is that your preferred location, Sally?
She just texted me and said that she cannot hear the meeting. Is there a way we can look into that?
It's probably on her end, so maybe maybe Danielle, you can just confirm, right? That is Sally's preferred location?
Yes, I will ask.
It shows that she's unmuted.
Maybe she doesn't have a microphone on her computer or a speaker. Or maybe she can call in.
Yeah, that might be a more successful way that typically
Because
helps
I would
people.
love to have her input.
Mhm.
So anyways, I'm in favor of nature zone. I'm pretty much in favor of what the artist's first choice is. So
Okay.
maybe I can say that for now, and hopefully she can dial in later and talk to us.
Yes. Yeah, we'll just have her come back as soon as Danielle, are you in communication with her?
Yes, I
Okay,
told her
perfect.
that we hope that she can call in, and I'm waiting for her response, which she
Yeah,
is-
and Sally, if you can hear us, just speak up when you are available, and we can we'll come to you.
what's the phone number real quick to give to her? Is that listed on here?
It's in the meeting. I'll send you a clip.
I'm on.
Oh,
This is
okay,
Catherine.
great. Hi, Sally.
This is Catherine.
Oh, hi,
Hi,
Catherine. Sorry. We're here. Okay. Danielle, do you need me to send you the number, or do you have it from the appointment?
I feel like I'm gonna lose where I'm at here. if
Okay,
I
no
look
problem.
for
Let me.
it. Are you able to text it to me and we'll forward it to her?
Yeah, hold on here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
can text it to you. It's Miranda. I can text it to you because I just sent it to Barb. And
oh,
then you can
okay.
forward it on to whoever needs it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Miranda.
In the meantime, let's see. Catherine, I know you just jumped on, but do you, or Andrew, I'm sorry, I'll give Catherine a second to catch up here. Andrew, do you have any comments?
I just drove by both of them. I definitely, I was kind of n- so, now seeing that nature's own is an option, and the large amount of blue real estate, and it is really visible. And driving by, the co-op both ways, kind of gets obscured by crosscut, or if you're in a car heading south by the covered bridge, so there's really kind of your catch distance a little further away. I have to say, and obviously, and agreeing with Rhea as well, that hopefully the artist confirms this. I'd want to do what the artist wants, but without hearing from her yet, that Nature's Own seems like the best candidate from my point of view right now. So that's what I've got. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Catherine, do you have any comments?
I kind of like the visibility of Nature Zone. Trying to think long term, I think isn't that an area where there's a lot of planned, tearing down and redevelopment or rebuilding of something, and does that play into it? Don't know, exactly what the timeline for that would be, but that would be the only concern that comes to mind.
So I can hear you all now, just so y'all know.
Oh, great. Hi, Sally.
Hello, everyone. Sorry that took so long, but I am here.
So, the board, hi, this is Kate Massagill, the executive director. The board, I don't know if you heard as you were trying to get into the meeting, the board has a question of your preference of a site. If you were on board, if you preferred to work on the Nature's Own, there's a lot of sentiment that we want to respect where you would like to be. So that's one of the questions from the board.
Oh, sure. I love that building. I brought my daughters there to buy, things for years on end. So it would be fun. And it would be also a great centerpiece in the town. So that would be great for me if you guys all like that space.
Okay, thank you. All right, Barb, I've gone around to everyone. Do you want to offer any comments? Or does anyone have any questions?
I would like to have the question answered of when that building is slated to possibly be torn down, since that is one of the projects that is proposed, although not proposed to the BOT or the Planning Commission yet, because I don't think that we should put a mural on a building that could be torn down. With the feed store, we went through the process of building it so that it could be moved if necessary, but I also understand that that was costly. So my preference, if we have an answer on whether or not the building will still be there in a couple of years, is Kathmandu, because I think that it's a brand new building up top and it will be there for a long time, rather than something that might be gone. So that is my question, and that is my preference.
Just to chime in really quick before that question gets answered, the contract for this project with the building owner requires that it be up for 5 years. So I just wanted to remind the board of that's a part of the agreement. But Ron, if you can answer that question for us.
Well, I certainly would be willing to go 3 years. I don't know about 5 years, because I'll be 81 or 86 in 5 years. And I intend to redevelop while I'm alive, but statistically, I'm facing some odds. So I would prefer 3 years. Maybe 5 years, certainly, but that's my preference.
5 years is what was approved in the contract that was approved by the board, just for a reference.
Which board?
This
DDA
board,
board?
the DDA board. I don't remember if it was January or if it was February, but that document has already was voted upon by the board. So that the last piece of business would be the artist selection, that we would have all of our ducks in a row at that point. So that would need to be discussed by the board if they were willing to do 3 years versus 5.
This building wasn't under consideration when that decision was made. You were talking about the Tebow property, I believe.
It's also the 5 years is what was in the agreement for the feed as well, for the dead feed.
Ron, we'll just need to leave the cinder block wall and develop everything around that.
Can do that. Sure.
We have
That's
that
a good
ready?
idea.
Yeah.
Ron
And
says
to
we can have that in
remodel.
writing.
So then are there further comments? I guess I have said my thought on it. Are there further comments, or do we want to vote one way or another? If the contract says 5 years, I don't know if we can vote to change that tonight. Kate, can we vote on that tonight, or?
I don't know, since that wasn't, again, a part of the packet. I wouldn't think that we would be able to. I think that would have to move to our next business meeting if we were going to amend the agreement. So you could approve the artist tonight, if that was the board's, or not the artist, I'm sorry, approve the location tonight if that was the board's desire. But then as an action item for next month, in 2 weeks, we would need to amend that agreement, or at least all come to the understanding that that was all right for 3 versus 5 years.
I would really for 3 years. 5, 2.
Do we have information on what it would cost if we built it like we did on the feed store to be moved?
Goodness, a mural that large on that big of a side. I do not know of what kind of material we could use. I don't think building the same kind of structure would be cost effective. Traditionally, murals are cost effective because we can put them right onto the building surface. Again, doing it the way we did for Ned Feed and Pet was a lot of work. This scale, that size, I think we would be
But they are.
asking for a lot.
Well, I'm also willing to participate in the financial.
Am I interested?
Yes, I want.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you guys hear may you say that a little louder, Ron?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
If
Everything's good.
Roy is willing to throw some money at this, so am I,
Have this moment where the big screen
because I realize it's gonna be more expensive, probably more intricate.
and so having that high
Yeah.
option.
And I'm the guy that has always been lobbying
I'm all right. I don't.
to pay the artists more.
Appreciate it, 'cause
So I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is.
Play, so yeah, no
so,
problem.
we have like one guy on TV and the rest of us were here.
Good. Well, you continue your meeting. If you need anything else, let me know. But it looks like I thought that I was supposed to.
Hi, Miranda. Can you mute, please? Thank you.
If I could pitch in, my thoughts are, if we're seeing some construction and development coming up, we could celebrate this building as it is, with Ron and Roy both willing to pitch in with what the DDA is giving Nederland Public Art to create this mural. I think it would be a wonderful salutation to this business and where its location has been for so long. I think it would be special for the town. This is my preference, and it feels like there's support with that, so that's my 2 cents. Dr. Valen, did you have a preference with your concern about construction, like Barb had a preference for the Kathmandu?
No, not particularly. I mean, I really think that this is a nice location, but I don't like the idea of if it, we have an artist put their work and their, time into it and then we're to remove it in a short time frame. I just do not feel good with that. But if that's something that can be worked around, then, I do like the location. I think it's an excellent location for a piece of art to be well displayed. And, it's very central. And, just that's my only concern. I wouldn't want to see somebody put the time and effort into putting a beautiful mural up and then having it destroyed in a very short time frame.
Can
Can
I
I-
just
Can I
talk for a
say
second?
something about the process at some point? I could give you a compromise if you want to talk about that.
Sure.
I do want to jump in really quick and let you know that we only have until about 6:30 or 6:35 at the latest because there's going to be another meeting on the WebEx. So I just want to keep us mindful of time. That's the only thing I want to let everybody know. So it is 6:22 right now.
So if I could just say something like as a concept really quickly. So right now, what I've done as a concept, I've done some renderings of something that I think Ron was talking about, which was, a dinosaur motif. And I've done some different concepts with just dinosaurs, adding different stuff to it. And you can do partial stuff on boards and partial stuff on the wall, meaning, you could do big elements that are cut out of, plywood that's sealed that could be movable. If the whole building was going to go down, you could save certain parts and move them. It's just a thought.
Okay, thanks. Is there any further discussion or public comment on this?
Kathleen has her hand up.
Okay, Kathleen?
I don't know if she can hear, but she did text saying nature zone is most visible, impactful, hands down. So it sounds like her public comment is nature zone. And Kathleen?
Does. And sometimes it just takes her a second to call in. Or I see she just sent a message.
So thank you. Okay, I think she's done. I know we're out, so I'm ready to make a motion unless there's additional public comment from anybody or additional discussion.
Andrew had chimed in. Did you still want to say anything?
No, it's pretty much all been talked about, and Sally offered explanation and compromise, so I'm good. I've said all I need to. Thanks.
All right, then I'd like to make a motion that the NDDA accept Nature's Own building as the new mural location.
Second.
All right. Rhea Ortner,
Yes.
Barb Hart,
Yes.
Andrew Duarte,
Yes.
Ron Mitchell, Danielle Krause,
Yes.
Steve Roundtree,
Yes.
Catherine Vallon.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Happy summer, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you. Happy summer, everyone.